we got the
Trade.
Boston Celtics versus Jimmy Butler and the Undraftables. All right, and okay, and
Somebody
Well,
needs
you
to
guys
make an
don't-
Expendables. Somebody needs to make an Expendables remake with just the
Dude.
Miami Heat bench.
yeah, literally, I don't know if that's the name I heard, but I've been calling them the Jimmy Butler and the Undraftables because I think that just goes so well. That needs to become a band or a stand-up troupe. Okay,
We need
comedy
an
troupe.
Expendables Rumi remake, Cyro. That's what we need.
We need an all-star weekend cast of the Miami Heat.
That's what we
But-
need.
Yeah. Okay. So Boston took. First off, Miami Heat has the advantage from the get-go. They've had a few days of rest from the get-go.
Yeah, I think the game's Wednesday though, so I don't think that
I don't think that. I
impacts
think you're
Boston.
overrating the rest. I think
Yeah.
that, like,
Okay.
they still get
okay.
what
if you
3
have
nights.
rest, like if for a few days, I don't think it really matters. Like the
Plus
2
they're
extra
home
days.
right now. Yeah, they're not going to Miami. You got 3 nights.
We don't have to
home-cooked
travel.
meals,
The
you got
Celtics don't have to travel.
You got
We're
the
in
wife
Boston
and kid.
already.
You're sleeping in your bed. Yeah, exactly.
But I think Jimmy Butler has just Jimmy Butler's writing his legacy. And like someone said, like, what? Why are you saying Jimmy Butler's writing his legacy isn't Tatum? Yeah, but like Jimmy Butler right here. What is it? In the last 4 years, he's been with Miami. He's taken them to 3 conference finals. Okay, Jimmy Butler has touched God. Jimmy, and like the thing is
Every
like,
year in the playoffs.
I think I don't know, man. And the thing is
Didn't in game
The-
6.
I think they also kind of have this
Or game
weird
5.
Kevin Ware energy because of the Victor Oladipo. People don't realize how big this Victor Oladipo injury has been as like to galvanize the troops that they've been wearing shit like in support of Victor, and like it's kind of like when the Louisville won after Kevin Ware had a bone freak, and I think it's kind of like that. I don't know. I also like my dad's a Boston Celtics fan. Luke's a Boston Celtics fan, and I'm fine with that any team to win. But like, I really just kind of want to see Jimmy Butler just go ham and like just like piss everybody off.
But
and
he
just-
could lose though. He could just make. I just want him to lose. Like he can go off like he did last year in the series. We just need them to lose.
So Jimmy Butler averaged 26 last year, including 2 40-point games, including a game 1 40-point game
averages 35
and
this year.
1.
And 10 years after LeBron scored 45 in Game 6 in Boston, Jimmy Butler decided to score more than that in Game 6 in Boston.
TP says he
I
thinks
thought
he's
last-
47,
done.
yeah.
I thought last year after Game 6, I thought we were done because I thought it was going to be the exact same shit that happened in 2012 where we lose Game 6 at home and then shit the bed in Game 7. But we came out last year and we played really well, and now we have home court advantage for Game 7. So I'm a little less worried about this series than I was last year.
Ooh,
Makes
that's
sense.
good to hear.
You're
That's
home
good to
too.
hear.
Home field
Okay.
advantage.
Jackson, who's your winner and why? Then Nick, who's your winner and why? And then last one, of course, the Luke, the Celtics homer. We'll hear why he thinks the Celtics will win.
Jimmy had 35 in Game 7 last year at home, and the Miami Heat didn't even put up 100 points. And I think they had a better team last year than they do right now. So unless Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent, Strus, Bam, he had a great end of the series. Unless they step up every single game, I mean, I got to go. I do think Jimmy will get a game. I think he'll get 2. I think they'll get 2. I'll go Celtics in 6. I don't think there's any way they lose this as long as Tatum doesn't play like crap. I am concerned about the Celtics' depth. I don't think they have that great of depth. If they're not making their shots and Tatum and Brown aren't dominating, they're in a little bit of trouble. Al Oldford, Peyton Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Blake Griffin, they're shooting 48% through downtown halfway through the season.
Fuck Sam Hauser, bro. I hate fuck Sam Hauser.
Nandets says Celtics in 5. Jimmy will get 1. We got TP says Heat in 7. We got Rockets News saying Heat in 6. So right now in the group chat, we got 2 Heat votes in the chat, 1 Celtics vote. Nick, what's your vote and why?
I'm adding to the Heat. I think Jimmy has this. The Celtics should win this series, right? They're the better team. But I think Jimmy Butler has this fire and he wants it, and he is playoff Jimmy. He is Himmy. I'm putting all my trust and belief in him. That he, after last year's loss, he wants to get to the finals. And then the Celtics can shoot themselves in the foot so easily. So Yeah, that's it's Celtics should win, but Heat in 7. Heat in 7.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. The Celtics love shooting themselves in the foot. So I'm torn because this playoffs, I haven't really been following my tradition that I did last playoffs as much. Last playoffs, my like routine was if I bet against the Celtics, they will win. So I did that all of last playoffs. I bet against the Celtics, and then they won. This year, I haven't been doing it as much, but of the 4 games that I bet against the Celtics in the playoffs, they won. So, I'm torn. Because I think Jimmy Butler's going to average like 35 over the entire series. But, like, if I had to pick, is that going to be enough? I don't think it will be enough. I think we'll win 7 games because we have Game 7 on our home floor, and I think Game 7 on our home floor that will be the difference.
All right. I love what TP said to go off. What are you going to say, Nick?
If they do lose, is this a fireable offense for Joe Mazzulla?
It depends on how they lose.
Yeah, it depends on how they lose.
If they come out and they just get smacked and lose in 5 games, he's gone. If they take a 3-1 lead, and they blow a 3-1 lead, he's gone. If it's like a back and forth 7-game series and Jimmy Butler scores 50 and the Heat barely win on the road in Game 7, I don't think he gets fired.
Or
but
like
I think
if
he gets, or like an injury. But if he gets canned, Nick Nurse to Boston.
Wow.
So TP hyped up Nick, 100% Nick. Jimmy, a wild boy. Cranks that country. Pumps Rachel, what's her face?
What's her face
a couple times. He's going hog wild. And you know what? But then we got Nadet saying this series won't be close. And I have been on the Jimmy Butler train since, I replaced the Atlanta Hawks train to the Jimmy Butler train this postseason.
You've been anti-Celtics all fucking playoffs, man.
And my dad's a Celtics fan and Luke's a Celtics fan. And I'm like, my 4th team's the Celtics. But the Celtics have dogged me so many years. And I just want Jimmy Butler. Just too good of a story. Let's get a rematch of the bubble championship. Okay, let's see who will actually
So we can
win.
have another bad NBA Finals?
You know what's a better story than the bubble championship? A Lakers-Celtics finals.
Yeah.
That's a better story. That's
Okay,
what we want.
so we can watch that for the 20th time in league history.
It hasn't happened. It's a great finals. It's the 2 best teams.
I would
Also,
Yeah,
love
it's
that.
been
Ciro,
13
hey,
years.
shut up. Listen,
been
they also
15 years.
get. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's 2 teams right now that are tied for the most championships in NBA history.
Okay, so
right
give
now.
it to another one. Give it to a
And
team that hasn't
And you know
enough.
what would be the best?
Not the Nuggets.
2 teams who are tied for the most championships in NBA history, battling it out to see who's going to pass.
You know what you
each
sound
other
like?
the
You
most
sound like
championships in
Adam
NBA
Silver when he
history.
calls Scott Foster and the referees to fix the game.
That's what he's going to
So
do.
can
He's
have
going to
the
call
big
Scott
market
Foster.
teams there.
He's going to call Tony Brothers, and he's going to be like, "Look, Tony, I know you
Tony
hate the Celtics.
Brothers.
Tony hates the Celtics.
Tony Brothers does
I'm
not
not-
fix games.
Tony Brothers hates the Celtics, but you know what Adam Silver's
He's the
gonna do?
voice of an angel.
He's going to be like, yo, Tone, I need you to step it up this game. I know you hate Boston, but you can give the Heat 1 game this series. But
You're saying he hates
come
Boston
through.
because he's black?
No, he just hates Boston. Look up the numbers.
I think that's. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Tony Brothers. I
Yeah,
thought Tony
look up
Brothers was the greatest
look up
ref
the
of all
numbers.
time. I love Tony Brothers.
I love Tony Brothers. He's my second favorite ref.
If I become a producer of a TV show, Tony Brothers is going to do so much voice work
Yeah.
for me.
He's my second favorite ref, even though he hates my team, because we all know number 1 is the GOAT, Joe Crawford, retiring the legend. Oh, there's
There's a guy named Andrew that will likely murder Luke. Rip. I don't know what that means.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Luke.
a guy
Who's,
named Andrew. Who's Andrew?
I guess we'll find out.
What happens if Luke in the next 24 hours meets an Andrew and he just eyes out wide open?
I meet an Andrew in Chicago at the draft combine.
Luke just starts running. Luke just starts running as soon as he meets Andrew. He's like, I'm going home. I'm getting a flight early.
I'm taking the train back.
I'm taking the train back.
We get there
Aren't you
Tuesday. We get there Tuesday. We go to pick up our media credentials from the office, and guess who's the guy who's handing us our credentials?
Like 2 Andrews.
That's 2 Andrews. Yeah, one's an Andy.
If we see an Andy, I'm staying. But if we see an Andrew, I'm gone.
What about Andy Dick?
I'm staying if it's Andy Dick.
Yeah.
I'm staying if it's Andy Dick.
Yeah, the biggest Celtics hater of all time. Yeah.
Jackson knows, old school guy in the comments of Jackson's Raptor
Yeah.
videos. All right. So yeah, so right here, are we split right here? 2 Heat, 2 Celtics?
Yeah.
Because Nick and I took Heat, and Jackson, Luke took Celtics.
The
Damn,
Suns
okay.
haters took Celtics, and let's just say we were right about the Suns.
All right, we have to talk about this. John Morant.
It's a parade in Time Out City.
He didn't even do. Hey, can I start this? He did nothing wrong. He was in his car. He was just hanging with his boys. The funniest part was when
Luke,
his boy
you're a
tried to
lawyer.
get him-
You're a lawyer. Give us the lawyer reasoning on why he was suspended.
Bro, dude, he was just suspended because of what happened earlier. Like, he didn't actually do anything